Welcome back to CAPCUT video editing tutorials. In this video, we'll be learning about additional editing features as well as video layering and keyframes or slow zoom effect. So I will open the file that we were previously editing with the videos downloaded from pexels.com. And here we have already created folders, we have already put layers, but now I'm gonna show you some additional editing features that are available in this window here. Like previously, we have already used the scale instrument, scaled in the video, to make it fit our ratio. We can now do the rotation. Here is this circle here that you can use to rotate. However, if you want a smaller angle, then you can just write it down here. So if the initial angle is 360, then I would like to write 362 or 365, which also rotates it by a small angle that is very hard to get using this circle here. Same with position. As we can see, there is already epsilon that has been moved. Here we also have a blend instrument that allows you to adjust the transparency of your clip, making it less or more transparent. There are also different modes. Here I have the default one, but we can also use, for example, the hard light, which makes the shadows look burnt and almost black. And you can just play with it, like brighten, and just makes the video a bit lighter. Linear burn, it just puts the whole video black, but of course it depends on also the type of videos that you have. If this becomes black, then the others can still be visible. And then we have stabilize, which if, for example, you are doing a vlog for YouTube and you're carrying your camera with you and sometimes it shakes, but to delete that shake, you can press on stabilize button here and it makes your video more stable. But since I have all the videos already stable, I don't really need to use it. However, it is a very useful instrument that used to be a pro instrument before, but now they made it for free, which is very nice. Here we also have enhance image and reduce image noise. It allows you to enhance the video quality and as well as just delete the noise of the image. So if you have a lot of grain in your video, then pressing on that will just help you make it more soft, like I'm doing now. It's processing now. So I don't know if it's that visible. We can compare it to the other clip, but I guess it's more softer edges. Like, then we have speed tab that also allows to make your video really fast, or like you can also see that in the timeline it's shortened like very much so that we can't even see it at this point, or make it slower. Then adjustment, it helps you do the basic adjustment to your videos, like adjust the temperature, the tint, saturation, exposure, etc. And there are more precise settings here, like if you want to select a specific color and change it. Like here we can see that the dominant color is yellow, and if, for example, I want to make it less yellow and more gray or white, then we can just click on the yellow button here and adjust the saturation, as well as change the hue, so make it more orange or more green. And same works with every color. We can also use this thing you can also use this instrument to select a color and also adjust it like this. Then we have curves. We can either adjust all colors like this, so adjust the exposure, contrast of the clip, or go by each color, so RGB colors of changing the amount of red, of green, and of blue. So I made it more orange looking now. Here we have color wheels, and it's just for precise color adjustments. Like if you want to change the color of your shadows, then you can press here, and if I want my shadows to look more, I don't know, red, then we come closer to the red and adjust the saturation, etc. And here are all the instruments that allow you to change some color, to change the colors of your media. And now about layers. As we previously did, we have put this clip here on top, and a very comfortable thing about layers is that CAPCUT allows you to correspond the beginning and the end of clips. So for example, like this one, you can see this blue line, this blue vertical line that indicates that the beginning of the clip that is on top is corresponding with the beginning of the clip that is on the bottom, and same with the end. Also, functions on the timeline about tracks or levels, however you prefer to call them, is you can mute the whole track, but since the videos that I have imported already have no sound, then it doesn't make a difference, but you can mute the sound on all the videos that is on this level. However, on this level they still the same as long as you don't mute the track here. And you can also hide the layer, like if you want to edit the layer that is on the bottom, you can hide this one so it doesn't disturb you, or you can as well just lock it. And locking the layer makes it not possible to edit it until you unlock it. So you cannot select it, you cannot edit it anyhow. And now let's do the slow zoom effect using keyframes. So once you select the clip and go to the video tab here, you can see there is a keyframe button next to the scale, and with your playhead you go to the place where you would like your zoom to start. So for example, in the beginning of the clip, you click on keyframe, and we can see this little rhombus on the timeline, and then you move to where you want your zoom effect to stop, and at the scale of how much you want it to scale in or scale out, and the keyframe will automatically be added to that point there. So let's see how it looks. It is actually a very popular effect among some YouTubers because accentuate an object or to put a focus on something and to go back to how it was without it being like so abrupt. We can also use the toggle and put it in the end of the clip and go back to the scale to the scale percentage of how it was, so 190 in my case. And again, the keyframe is automatically being added to that point. Now let's do the same things on the phone. However, it is not going to be possible to do the layering as it's not available on the phone version. So let's start with adding additional editing features to the clip. Here, once we select the clip, we can see all the functions down below, like speed. Then we have retouch. For doing that, CAPCUT asks you if you allow it to recognize your facial and body features for retouching. Then we have adjustment, like the one that we did on the desktop. We can also adjust brightness, contrast, saturation, etc., and add some filters. However, we cannot choose precisely like the curves and the tints, etc. The things that were available on the desktop, some things are not going to be available here. We also can use opacity, that is the transparency of the video. and use the reverse effect. I didn't see it on the desktop, but it is a fun instrument that basically reverses the whole video. So, as we learned, some effects on the phone are not available on the desktop, which are very little, and some other effects that are available on the desktop are not going to be available on the phone, because phone is just the compact version of CapCut that allows you to do some quick edits to the short videos, while the desktop version allows you to really dive into the editing of your project and do everything precisely, advanced. We can add the keyframe to zoom in their video. However, it is located in another place. It is located on the line with the preview button, this rhombus, and you can see this red rhombus here. Now we also move into the fragment that we want to zoom in or out, like this, and the keyframe automatically has been added. So let's see. And this is how it looks like. Same if we want to do a zoom out version, like, zoom in. Zoom in to the mirror, and here we have it. And this is the end of the tutorial. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it useful, and see you in next videos.